It could even be that you guys have been living together for a long time and now you decide you're going to get married. Or you could have been in a relationship for a really long time and you decided to get married. Or you even like have been married and you're like, I want to redeclare my love to you, right? Hey guys, it's Terry. So great to see you. We have a relationship reading on deck right now for you. So just remember that these readings are timeless. So that means that just because you're not watching it during this weekend of November 19th to 22nd, it doesn't mean that you've missed the message. As a matter of fact, it may actually resonate with you better at the time that you're listening to it. So please don't feel bad about not listening to it. There is such thing as divine timing, and it also means that you're more open and receptive to hearing the message that is being said to you. So no worries there. All right, you guys, these are timeless. Also, please know that this is a reading for the collective, and I'm tapping into potential timelines, right? So if something doesn't feel right to you, don't take the information, just toss it. Okay, so just take what does resonate and toss what doesn't. It is that simple. All right, you guys, let's get all up in there. I talked to Team Terry and I'm like, give me information with relationships for November 19th to the 22nd. And I gotta tell you, I felt so much love. It was like my team was going, ooh, Terry, we love you, we love you. And I'm like, y'all, who doesn't like to feel love? But there was also this sense of excitement and explosion. So what they told me and the information that they gave me was that there's going to be a lot of announcements and excitement in relationship this week. So this does feel more like in the romantic realm, more than platonic, because with platonic relationships, you don't necessarily make announcements. This is regular Terry, not psychic Terry, saying, well, logically, there's not really, very many announcements in platonic relationships, right? But in romantic relationships, there can be a ton, because they specifically said information about announcements in relationship. I'm like, okay. So they were talking about declaration of love, which of course is not necessarily platonic, right? But it could be movement from platonic into romantic. So that's part of that deal. They're talking about things like engagements, because there's so much love. There's like this inundation of love, but not just love, expression of love, and not just expression of love, announcing of love. So you could very well hear about engagements or people getting engaged and even becoming pregnant. That's the other thing. So there is like it's like extension of love, right? Now I realize that you don't have to be in love to be pregnant, but what they are talking about is the extension of love. Okay, so those of you who may have had trouble getting pregnant, I do feel like there is a potential and possibility of either getting pregnant or making the announcement, like you pass that time period, right? Where it's like, we're not going to say anything until we know for sure, because it's, it's understandable how you don't want to just blurt this information out and then, have to not follow through with it. So there is this sense of that happening. There's also this sense of redeclaring love. So people might be getting married again, like a, what do they call it, recommitment ceremony or whatever. People could also be getting married this weekend. And it also could be going from courting and dating to exclusivity and relationship like that. So there's this declaration, this explosion of love, expression of love, along those lines. Maybe announcements, So you could even hear about people who have eloped and they're like, by the way, married, right? So again, it's anything along those lines. It does feel more like for romantic versus platonic. And it feels good. It just feels like, I gotta tell you that anybody who makes this decision or who announces it around this time, it feels solidified and it feels like, yeah, like it's legit. There's legitimacy to it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not like other people who, you know, get engaged or make these announcements or anything like this that happens is not legitimate if it doesn't happen this weekend. So please don't take my words out of context. But it just feels that, like, from a timing perspective, it's like the right time. Like, this is the right time for you guys. You guys have put in a lot of thought, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of cohesiveness, a lot of co-regulation, a lot of co-creating. So, you know, it could even be that you guys have been living together for a long time and now you decide you're going to get married. Or you could have been in a relationship for a really long time and you decided to get married. Or you even like have been married and you're like, I want to redeclare my love to you, right? And again, there is that fertility or that pregnancy aspect to it as well, which to me feels like that's going to fit more in the realm of the expression of love. And again, announcements. Yeah, I love it. Feels good. It feels good. It feels deserved. Like, that's the other part that I want to say is like earned, deserved, like the effort paid off. Now, you know, this sense of pride, like, yes. So I don't know how else to word that. I'm such a feely person that it's oftentimes hard for me to put into words, like human words. So bear with me when I get like this. But that's just kind of what that feels like. So I love that. Let me pull some cards and see what the cards say. Sometimes the cards say the same thing. They just validate and confirm, and sometimes they add. So let's see. I only picked 2 cards for relationship readings from the Oracle of E deck by Pam Grout and Collette Baron-Reid, and the Romance Angels deck from Doreen Virtue. I think Radley Valentine has taken them over. So if you're looking to get them, I think now they're by Radley Valentine and not Doreen Virtue. I think he took over everything of hers. So those of you who have cards or any information or anything from Doreen Virtue, it's still good. It's still applicable. Okay. Don't think like you can't use that shit. Use that shit. They're tools anyways. Your intuition is yours. No one's going to take that fucking shit away from you. And always trust it. Okay. I'll get off my soapbox now. Let's see what the cards say. Reveal time. All right. We have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And then we have hasta la vista, baby. Yes. Okay. This is how I'm interpreting these cards based on the information that Team Terry gave me, as well as just, you know, what I'm inferring. Hasta la vista, baby, is like it's shifting out of that past life that you guys had into this new life, this new love, this new expression of love, right? Where now there's, you know, going from one place to another place is an expansion. It's a shift. It's a change. And so when you're solidifying things, that's what's happening, whether it's an engagement announcement or an actual wedding or a pregnancy. These are new ways to love not only yourself individually through the process of co-regulating and co-creating with other humans, but also the other person. So it's such an expansion when you have the opportunity to love other people. And, you know, of course, it's not healthy. I'll just flat out fucking say that shit. It's not healthy for you to rely or depend on somebody else to bring you happiness or to prove to you that you're loved. And so that's why it always feels good to be in a relationship, because you're loving someone else. You're connecting to yourself. You're in connection with yourself, in love, when you're loving someone else. But to sit there and go, okay, you need to love me back and then I'll feel good, doesn't work like that. That is disconnection instead of connection. So what's really nice is that there's this unity that's really happening this weekend. And again, you know, listen, for those of you who may be single or who maybe not be at the place where your friends or family or anybody you know who are having this experience, if you can find a way to be happy for them on their behalf, it will help you be in less resistance towards receiving that very same thing yourself. So this is energy, right? If you're going to be jealous, or if you're going to be discontent or even fake about it, you're just putting resistance towards what you deserve and what you're open to receiving. So if you can, just find a way, it will help you to be authentically happy for your friends if this is happening for them. That's coming through, so I give what I get. So this weekend is like a real big shift, a really big shift in relationship and the expression of love. If you're in this situation, if you're not in this situation, this doesn't apply to you. It's that simple. I'm not in this situation. This does not apply to me. But don't be upset. Don't be angry. Don't worry. Everybody has their turn. Sometimes I give readings for married couples. Sometimes I give readings for just friends. Sometimes I give readings for just family. Whenever we're relating to another human, we are in relationships. So, all right, you guys, this is just the way it is. I love the feeling of this weekend. This whole week just feels really good. It's like things are coming together. So that's super cool. All right, you guys, what am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. Of course, you can stay connected to me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Click on that bell notification so that you know when these readings are popping up. Plus, YouTube does have this algorithm where if you like something or you comment on something, it starts to show up on other people's feeds as well. And so it'd be really, really great to share this with other people so that they can have a good understanding of how to utilize and how to sort of, you know, come up with ways and navigate their way through their human experience as well. So I totally appreciate if you share, subscribe, and like. All right, you guys, and I'll see ya on the flip side.